Hi learners, I am Ma'am Rhea. Welcome to our English class. Summarizing various text types based on elements, English 5, Quarter 3, melc-based lesson, Lesson 3 and Week 4, and this is a part 2 of our discussion. So this is our lesson for today. It's about literary narrative text, poems, and their elements. Narrative text is a type of literary text that entertains, informs, or instructs readers by telling a story. It can be either fictional, which means imaginary, or non-fictional, which means real life. These are the example of fictional narratives: picture books, mystery, fairy tales, science fiction, horror, fables, legends, cartoons, fantasy, novels, historical fictions, adventure stories, myths, and plays. For non-fictional narrative examples, those are the biography, autobiography, articles, newspaper reports, historical writings, and diary. So let's proceed for the elements of narrative text. So these are the 6 main elements of narrative text: character, setting, mood, theme, plot, and conflict. Number 1, characters refer to the people, animals, or creatures that take part in the action of the story. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung mga tauhan sa kwento. So, maaaring ito ay tao, hayop, o ibang mga creatures pa. Usual questions: who are the characters in the story? So, in Tagalog, sino ba ang mga tauhan sa kwento? So, examples: Princess Aurora and Prince Philip sa Sleeping Beauty, at si Elsa, Anna, Olaf, Kristoff ng Frozen. Number 2, setting: the time and place in which the events happen. So, ito yung oras, lugar kung saan ba nagsimula ang kwento o nangyari ang kwento. So, usual questions: where and when the story happens or takes place. So, examples: one morning in the forest, or one day at the beach. So, yun yung examples ng setting. Number 3, mood: the general feeling created in the reader upon reading or listening through word choice and pacing. So, ito kung ano yung ba yung nararamdaman ng isang nagbabasa ng kwento o yung maaaring napapanood nyo, ano ba yung nararamdaman ninyo. Useful questions: what do you feel upon reading the story? So, examples: it can be excited, frustrated, sympathetic, and amused. Number 4, theme: the author's message or central concept about life or human nature conveyed through the story. It refers to the lesson or moral of the story. Sa theme, andyan na yung kung ano ba yung natutunan ninyo sa kwento na basa nyo. So, usual question: what is the message of the story? What is the story all about? What lesson did the main character learn? And examples: importance of family, benefits of hard work, power of love, and friendship. Number 5, elements of narrative text is the conflict: the main problem to be solved in the story, the struggle that the characters are involved. So, ito na yung lumalabas na yung problema ng isang tauhan at paano nyo ba nasolusyonan ito o bakit ba siya nag-struggle as a character. Usual questions: what is the problem that happens in the story? What problem is the main character facing? So, examples: example niya ay, when the queen got jealous of Princess Snow White's beauty, she wanted to kill her, so she will be the fairest of them all in the kingdom. So, yan yung halimbawa ng conflict sa kwento ng Snow White. And for number 6, plot. Plot tells the sequence of events from the beginning, middle, and ending. It is made up the problem, important events, and the resolution. Pag sinabi natin plot, andito na yung pagkakasunod ng pangyayari simula sa umpisa, sa gitna, at sa dulo ng kwento. So, in the beginning, you will find out who the story is about or who will be the characters. Pangalawa, where and when the story occurs and what is the problem. So, in the middle naman, you usually find, of course, the main character's attempt at solving the problem. And in the end, you will find the closure or the end. It can be tragic, happy ending, unexpected ending, or there can also be a cliffhanger ending. As I said earlier, plot tells the sequence of events from the beginning, middle, and ending. It is made up of the problem, important events, and the resolution. So, usual questions dito, what happened in the beginning, middle, and ending of the story? So, I have here an example ng plot. And this is the story about the Snow White. So, kung napansin ninyo, meron siyang beginning, may middle, at meron siyang ending. Okay, so these are the parts of the plot. So, beginning, middle, and ends. So, sa beginning, andyan ang exposition and conflict. Sa exposition, the beginning, or the introduction, where the setting and characters are presented. While sa conflict, it is a problem. And sa middle naman, rising action, which may create tension and grows excitement. And the climax, most critical moment at the highest peak of tension, fear, or excitement. So, medyo tumataas na siya. At inyong climax ay inyong pinaka-nuknuka o pinaka na siya. Then, nasa middle pa rin ang falling action. The tension is growing down, start seeing the results of climax. Pababa na siya. And sa the end, sa resolution, the finale, or the closure, or the end. So, yan yung parts ng plot. Kapag magsa-summarize tayo, kailangan merong beginning, may middle, at may ending. Let's proceed to the poetry text. Poetry is also a form of literary text which follows a meter and rhythm on each lines and syllables. It is always rhythmical, metaphorical, and often exhibits such formal elements as meter, rhyme, and written in stanza. Line structure. It follows a set of rules governing the number and arrangement of syllables in each line. In poetry, words are looped together to form sounds, images, and ideas that might be too complex or abstract to describe directly. Okay, so I have here an example of poetry text. So, a poem about trees by Joyce Kilmer. So, kung napapansin niyo, ang tula ay binubuo ng mga stanza, ng mga salita, at ng mga linya. At kailangan din yung kanyang mga salita ay naka-rhyme siya. So, ano ba yung mga naka-rhyme na salita dyan? Tulad ng sea, ng tree, ng press, ng breeze. So, ganyan yung poem. Kung ang narrative text ay may elements, ang poetry din ay merong elements. So, these are the elements of poetry. So, theme, mood, rhythm, stanza, line, rhyme, and meter. Okay, so discuss natin isa-isa. Yung theme, the truth lesson message about life. While the mood is the feelings, emotions trying to express by the poet or the writer. So rhythm, the beat, the sound and feels of the poem. Stanza, the group of lines in a poem. And yung line, a sign row of words in a poem. And rhyme, words that have same ending sound. And the meter, the number and style of accented syllables in a line. So, those are the elements of poetry. So, now, let's go back to our example, poetry text na Trees by Joyce Kilmer. So, lahat yan, andyan lahat ang elements ng poetry. So, nakapansin ninyo, meron siyang ilang stanza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stanza. So, 6 stanza, meron din siyang mga lines, at syempre, meron din siyang rhythmic pattern. Okay, I want you to take note about this. Summaries can be presented in different style like using a graphic organizer. So, you may plan your composition using this chart. So, nakikita nyo ba yung picture dyan? Yung merong burger. So, una dyan, the title. Then, paragraph 1, composed of introduction or exposition, characters, and settings. Then, paragraph number 2, conflict, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. And dun sa paragraph 3 naman, conclusion, theme, try to save the surprise or climax. So, pwede nyo yan maging guide kapag kayo ay nagbubuod ng kwento o ng inyong napanood na kwento. Okay, so let's have a practice. So, meron kayong sasagutan at isasend ko sa ating GC ang learning task number 1, number 2, and number 3. For learning task number 1, identify the element of the literary text from the story you just read. Choose your answer from the choices below. So, you don't need to copy, just answer only on a piece of paper. And for learning task number 2, you need to complete the statement below by filling it out with the information you have learned. So you may choose your answer from the box below. And for learning task number 3, match the descriptions provided in column A with the element of literary text being described in column B. Write only the letter of your answer. Answer only lang lahat na activity sa notebook ninyo. And for your performance task for that lesson, summarize your favorite story. So, maghanap kayo ng pinakapaborito nyong story at tapos i-summarize nyo siya. So, you can follow the graphic organizer tulad ng nasa picture na yan. So, kahit hanggang paragraph 3 lang. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2, and paragraph 3. So, nakikita naman ninyo kung ano yung susulat nyo sa paragraph 1. So, kailangan may introduction, then paragraph 2, yung conflict, and paragraph 3, yung conclusion. So, follow nyo lang yung nandyan sa picture. So, syempre, kailangan may title. So, yung first paragraph, kailangan naka-indent siya. Okay? Okay, that's all for today. I hope meron kayong natutunan sa araw na ito. And if you have questions regarding sa lesson natin, mag-chat lang kayo sa ating GC. And thank you and God bless everyone.